Hey guys, Gizmoddict here, and I know that I haven't been uploading videos since the last 2 to 3 weeks, but I'm back with a bang, and today I'm gonna unbox one of the most exclusive phones of 2020. It's none other than the Galaxy Z Flip. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with this video. But if you're new here, then you know what to do. Please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload a new video, because I will be uploading videos about this phone, the S20, the S20 Ultra, and a lot of other devices. So the Galaxy Z Flip was actually launched in India on 28th of February at a price tag of 1,10,000 rupees. I have been trying to find the Z Flip since then, but unfortunately none of the Samsung stores around me did have one. But finally yesterday I was able to get a unit, so this is the unboxing. I'm going to give you guys my hands-on review as well, and I'll show you some cool things about the Galaxy Z Flip. So we're going to start off with the unboxing. As you can see, the Galaxy Z Flip comes in a black colored box like any other Samsung phone, and you've got a Z written on the front. If you slide the inner box out, you've got Flip written on it, and apart from that there is nothing else mentioned on the box. It's a very minimalistic box. You have got no details, no specifications, nothing like that. So when you open the box, the first thing that you get is a letter from Samsung inviting you to use the Galaxy Z Flip. You can pause the video right now and read this letter if you want to, but I'm gonna skip through it and jump straight into the phone. So below that letter, you've got the Galaxy Z Flip, and it's by default folded out in the box. And as you can see here, the first thing that you will see when you hold your Galaxy Z Flip is that huge list of instructions that you need to follow when using this phone. Foldable phones are fragile. The Galaxy Fold was fragile, so obviously Samsung has written a bunch of instructions here, like don't take your phone near a magnet, don't put coins or any sharp object, or don't brush your nail on the screen of the phone, keep this phone away from dust and water, etc, etc. So you've got a ton of instructions to follow, because if you mess around with this phone, you might damage it. And as you can see, I got the black variant of this phone. There are two variants available. There is a purple variant and a black variant. I really wanted the purple one, but unfortunately the stock isn't available everywhere. So I just had to pick the black variant, but I have purchased a couple of D-brand skins, so I will customize this phone. But as of now, I'm going to keep the Galaxy Z Flip to the side, and I'm going to take a look at everything else that we get inside the box. So below the Z Flip, you've got one more letter from Samsung, which is about the service of the Z Flip. You've got toll-free numbers, you've got everything detailed written, that what are the services that are available for the Galaxy Z Flip, and you've also got a one-time screen replacement. Now don't get misled by this. This is not a free screen replacement. If you damage the screen of your Galaxy Z Flip, you can get a new screen at a discounted rate. Samsung is not gonna give it to you for free. They'll just give it to you at like, I think 50% cost or something like that. Then you've got a power brick for the Galaxy Z Flip. Now you're paying 1,10,000 rupees for a phone. You might expect to have a 18, 20 or a 30 watt fast charger, but the Galaxy Z Flip gets a 15 watt charger inside the box. It's exactly the same that you get with the Galaxy S10 Plus, so it's a 15 watt charger, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't really mind this because the phone has 3300 milliamp of battery. So I don't think it's gonna take that much time to charge in the first place. So yeah, you've got a 15 watt charger. Apart from that, you've got a Type A to Type C cable to charge the phone or to connect it to a PC. And then you've also got a pair of earphones. So this comes from AKG. These are Type C earphones that you saw with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus as well, because the Galaxy Z Flip does not have a headphone jack. Now I thought that because I'm paying so much money, Samsung will be kind enough to give a Type C to headphone jack adapter. I mean, it's 800-900 rupees, but they didn't even do that. They just gave you an OTG adapter, and I feel the headphone jack adapter would have been more useful. Anyways, this is everything that you get inside the box of the Galaxy Z Flip. Now let's put everything to the side and come to the phone itself. And the first thing that I'm gonna do, which is the best part of an unboxing video, is peel off all the plastic from the Galaxy Z Flip. So here's your Galaxy Z Flip, and the first thing that I did after I removed all of the plastic was literally flip this phone open and close for a couple of times, because I have never used a flip phone in the past. I've never used a flip phone, I've never used a foldable phone, so the Galaxy Z Flip is a really exciting device for me. And yes, on this phone, let me answer the first major question. You can answer the call by flipping the phone open, and you can cut a call by just, flipping the phone down. So that's a very satisfying feel. You really feel like a gangster when you do like this or do like this to hang up the call. It's really cool, and I think that's one of the coolest features and selling point of the Galaxy Z Flip. But let's get serious now. Let's talk about the specifications of the Z Flip. And here the specifications are very similar to the US variant of the Galaxy S10. So you've got Snapdragon 855 Plus here. You've also got 8GB of RAM. You've got 256GB of UFS 3.0 storage. And as I told you before, the battery life is 3300 mAh. But considering we've got a Snapdragon processor, a 1080p display, I think the battery life should be decent. The only difference that this phone has in comparison to the Galaxy S10 or the S10 Plus is that it literally folds. The camera setup is also the same. On the back you've got like two cameras, a wide and an ultra wide camera. Both of them are 12 megapixel sensors, and on the front you've got a 10 megapixel selfie camera similar to what you have seen on the Galaxy Note 10. I mean similar not in terms of the resolution but in terms of the design. So yeah, the camera setup is a flagship grade setup. It's not something like the Moto Razr where the camera quality was really bad. Moto Razr had two problems with it. The specifications were really bad. It was of a 10-15,000 rupee phone, and the camera was also meh, but Samsung has not done that. Samsung has given you flagship grade specifications along with flagship grade camera on the Galaxy Z Flip. I'm showing you a couple of sample images right now so you guys can gauge the quality of the camera. I think it's very good. I mean, it's very similar to the S10 or the Note 10 Plus. And the best part about this is that because it runs on a Snapdragon chipset, Google Camera is also super compatible with this phone. I installed a Google Camera APK and without any config files, I was able to use the front camera, the back camera, the ultra wide camera. Everything is working on Gcam on the Galaxy Z Flip. So I'll be making a dedicated Z Flip Gcam video as well. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know. And even in terms of video, you've got tons of feature like 4K 60 FPS, you've got super steady mode. So everything's available. There are no compromises with the specifications or the camera of this phone. And one another party trick that this phone has is that it's got a 1-inch display up front when you flip the phone down. So here this 1-inch display will give you the notifications and everything like that. It's not very useful. The one on the Moto Razr is much more useful because there you can interact and it's a bigger display. Here you can barely read like one line of notification and you cannot interact it. You have to flip your phone open to interact with. But the cool party trick is that you can double tap the power button when the phone is closed and it will open the camera. And because of that, you can take selfies with the rear facing camera. Now I know this is not the most ideal condition, you can't even see everything properly, but once you take 2 or 3 photos, you get the hang of it, and then you can take group selfies or anything like that with the rear facing camera, which obviously has much better quality than the front facing camera. So yeah, you can take selfies this way, which I think is actually pretty cool. Moving on to the design and the build quality, well, this phone folds, and Samsung this time has taken care that none of the issues that occurred with the initial Galaxy Fold occur on the Galaxy Z Flip. They've made a special hinge mechanism which is very sturdy. You hold this phone in the hand and you won't feel that it's a cheap phone or a fragile phone. You've got an aluminium frame and the hinge that Samsung has made is very sturdy. Now I've not used the Moto Razr, so I can't comment on the hinge of the Razr, but this one feels very solid, and Samsung has taken a couple of precautions. They have added some extra brushes and all of those things inside this hinge so that dust particles and everything do not enter into the phone, because you have to be really careful. There is no IP rating on this phone, so please keep it away from places where there is a lot of dust or there is water, because you need to take care of it. Apart from the metal frame, here you've got glass body, so you've got Gorilla Glass 6 on both of the glass panels. And once again, don't drop this phone. Use a case that Samsung gives, because otherwise you might just crack it. I think a couple of people have cracked this, I'm not really sure, but it is very scratchable. It can crack easily also, so do take care of it. And when we talk about the display on the inside, well, Samsung used to claim that it's a glass panel, but we all know how that went. It's basically a plastic display that you have seen on the Galaxy Fold and the Moto Razr and any other foldable phone. It's a 6.7-inch display. It's a Super AMOLED display. The resolution is at 1080p, and I think this is one of the best panels on any smartphone. Samsung is the best when it comes to AMOLED displays, and even here the saturation, the deep blacks, everything's great. The only thing that I don't like is the small crease that you see when you look at this phone at an angle. When you're looking at this phone straight on, you don't notice it that much, but when you move your finger through it or when you look at it at the angle, the crease is quite visible. So that is one compromise that you have to make with foldable phones. The Moto Razr does not have a crease, but I would pick this phone over the Moto Razr hands down, because it's just more value for money and highly spec'd. But yeah, the display gets wideband L1 support as well, and it's a very weird aspect ratio. It's 21.9:9. So when you watch 16:9 videos on YouTube or even 18:9 videos, which majorly everyone makes, my video also currently is being shot in 18:9. So those videos look a little bit weird because you've got two black bars on the either side. But when you watch a movie, that looks really good because movies are shot in 21:9. So movie watching experience is great, the display is good, plus you've got really nice AMOLED panel, wideband L1 and that aspect ratio. So movie watching experience is great on the Galaxy Z Flip. Although one complaint that I have with the design of the Galaxy Z Flip is that it's not very easy to flip this phone open or close this phone with one hand. As you can see, it's kind of a struggle. You have to like take a second or two to open it with one hand. So I would recommend you to just use two hands when you're opening or closing the phone. But that's actually for a reason. Samsung has made this hinge in such a way that you can use this phone at 90 degrees. So you can just keep the phone at 90 degrees, place it on a table and use it like a laptop. There are a couple of apps that take advantage of this right now. So Samsung has the Gallery app, they've optimized Google Duo for it as well, and you can use any app in split screen and make use of this. But still third-party developers need to take advantage of this. So because of this feature exactly, the hinge is a little bit more rigid. So because of that, you can't quickly flip it out with one hand like a traditional flip phone. A couple of other things about the design: you don't get a headphone jack, the speaker is located on the bottom, there is no stereo speaker setup here, kind of missed that on the Galaxy Z Flip. You've got the Type-C port on the bottom and the fingerprint sensor is integrated with the power button. This is very similar to the Galaxy S10e or the Redmi K20. So I think I like this position better because if you see Galaxy S10, S10 Plus, the ultrasonic sensors were quite slow on those phones, and this phone gets a hardware sensor, so it's very nifty. You just put your finger and the phone unlocks. So yeah, hardware sensor on the Galaxy Z Flip, very fast and accurate. I've got no complaints with it. But so far I'm really impressed with the Galaxy Z Flip. I've literally spent like an hour or two with this phone and I can't stop myself from flipping this phone open and then flipping it closed. I've never really used a flip phone like I said before, so this form factor is really cool and I'm really excited to use a foldable phone. So if you guys have any questions about how this phone is to use in day-to-day usage, then please let me know in the comments. And if you guys are planning to buy this phone, then ask me your questions. You can ask me on Twitter and I'll reply to them. I'm really excited to play PUBG on this phone as well because the specifications are damn good. 855 plus is there, so extreme frame rate will be enabled, plus this phone gets an HDMI out, so you can potentially connect it to a game capture card and capture your gameplay as well. So I really want to try out how this PUBG experience would be on a foldable display, because you can actually fold your phone midway and you can make it easier for you to use a 4-finger claw or something like that. So I'm really excited to try out PUBG on this phone, and I will be making a dedicated PUBG review on the Z Flip as well. But as of now, that's all I have to say about this phone. The Z Flip looks very promising. At a price tag of 1,10,000 rupees, it's obviously not made for everyone, but Galaxy Fold sold out a lot, and this phone also you can't really get stocks in your nearby Samsung store. So I think there is demand for this, but whether it's worth it or not, I'll answer that question in my full review. I'm really excited to try out this phone because we've been seeing traditional phones for so long now. This is a very refreshing change. So if you guys have any questions or specific video requests, then please let me know in the comments. As of now, this was my unboxing and hands-on with the Galaxy Z Flip. Amazing phone. Samsung has done a great job here and I can't wait to use it. That's it for this video. If you guys are new here, then please subscribe. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and I will be back in notifications very soon. Thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions, you can follow my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram page as well. Thanks for watching this video, and I will be back in notifications very soon. Peace.